Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my May 2016 scrap stash kit and the layouts, what's left over and the layouts that I created with it. I created quite a few layouts, but I want to show you, this wasn't an overly large kit, but I was able to use all of it, most of it I say. Along with the paper kit that I put in from Close to My Heart called Brushed, maybe? Yeah, Brushed. I put in this paper kit to make this layout, but I didn't even make this layout. And I had a card kit to go with it. So I had like double the papers of everything, the cardstock and the pattern paper. This is what I have left, plus I added in several sheets from another Close to My Heart pattern paper. This one, and I don't remember the Hello Dottie. I don't remember the other paper kit that I put in it, but I do have it in the original kit, the process video that I put together for putting the kit together and everything that was in it. That was actually a scrap I added in. That was a leftover, and you can see I used a ton of paper for this kit. And then that was the product guide that came with it. This was the collection bag, so it will go into the trash. Let me go through here and show you what I had left over. I had these two sticker sheets. I have quite a few left on here. I'll still be able to make several titles out of these two, but I used them quite a bit. I also had left these gold stickers, and these were from the Michael's $1.50 spot, and I actually started off with 4 packages of them, and you can see I used up most of one and combined what I had left over into this one, and then I had these other 2 packs as well. I had, from that original paper kit, I had the stickers, the 6x12 sticker sheets. There were 2 sheets in here, and I used all but these 3 ladybugs and then this title that says Sassitude. The other sheet is completely gone. I do have these alphas left from Freckled Fawn, and you can see I used quite a few of those. So these will go back into my stash to use later. I have, of these, I had used these previously, but I had quite a few left on here, and I used all but this one that says I'm So Over It in silver. I had these epoxy stickers that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 15 altogether. I have 4 left. I had some gemstones in the kit. This was a brand new pack. This was a brand new pack, and I believe I had used 1 or 2 out of there. And that's what I have left as far as gemstones go. And those will go into my bling in the colored sections. I had several doilies that I added in, and I have 1 left. I had this set of foam word stickers, and I've used them once before, and I think I maybe used 1 word off of it. Excuse me. And this is what I have left. I have 4 words left. This set of glitter stickers I've tried to use them in a couple of kits and never was able to get them used, but I used quite a few this time, but I still have quite a few left. The heart stickers I've used once, maybe twice. But I actually have 2 sets of these, and this is what I have left of this first set. This is a set of wood stickers from the Target Dollar Spot. Quite a few arrows got used in a couple of the hearts. I had this package of glitter frames. There were, I think, 4 gold and 4 silver. The smaller ones were silver, and I have 1 left. I had this packet of tiles, acetate tiles from Freckled Fawn, and you can see I've used quite a few out of here, but I still have quite a few left. I added in this package, which was actually 2 packages of arrows from Freckled Fawn that I ran through my Xyron, and I actually just have 3 left. As far as washi tape goes, I put a pretty good dent in this roll and this roll and this roll. The others I didn't use quite as much. And then The Heidi Swapp Color Shine and Chartreuse I only use like maybe once or twice. The stamps that I added in, I used all the stamps at least once in the different pages that I create. Well, I take that back. I don't think I used that one. So I may keep this one out and try and use it before I put it away. And I even use this one. I use the circle as well as the heart. Leftovers and trash. This is the packaging material for the paper kit that I started with. I used up an entire package of Puffy Word stickers from Freckled Fawn, one of those adhesives, the adhesive gold glitter alphabets. I had acrylic shapes in here. I think they were cameras, and I think I had 2 that I put in. I used those up. This one was hearts. I think they may have been epoxy hearts. I'm not 100% sure, but I used them. I had these wood veneer pieces, and I think I had all of them, and I used them all. I had some resin frames from Freckled Fawn and some acrylic words from Freckled Fawn, used all of those. I had a package from Want to Scrap of circle bling, used it all. Had this package of they were like pleather, 6 faux leather bows, used all of those. I had a package of partially used flourish stickers from Close to My Heart, used those. I had 2 sets of the brushed assortment, which were metal words, used those. And then these are just carrier sheets that I had. There's that one package of stickers that got completely used up. And this was the May 2016 Scrap Stash Kit called Alice, which the base colors were salmon pink and dark green. So that's everything as far as what's left over. So now let me go through the layouts, and I created quite a few 2-page layouts with this kit. This is one that says "Oh So Happy" and then "Today." Then I added word stickers here, 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 and here, and did my journaling down here and actually popped that up on some foam adhesive. Stamped on a scrap of paper and cut out this leaf. There's 3 leaves that I stamped and cut out, and actually used the what you call it? The Color Shine, the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Oh my gosh, my brain's not with it today, guys. Anywho, actually did use some of the washi tape in here, so got quite a bit used on these 2. This is another layout. I believe it goes like this. And for this one, I used that green tile alphabet. I actually stamped here and here. Added in some bling, added in the wood veneer pieces with the glitter, and this one with the little bit of blue, and I stamped here, added washi tape along here, did some journaling here on a scrap piece of paper, and used, because I'm not necessarily journaling, I just identified everybody in the photos, and I went in a clockwise method, and you can see my arrow goes up and then my arrow goes down, then this arrow goes across, this one goes up, and here. So it's basically starting here and you go through. This one is one that I made of my cousin and I, and this is where I used those circle bling pieces, and I actually had originally cut them in half, changed my mind about it, and then put them back together. So I think it turned out okay. Actually used a Spellbinders die to cut these doily pieces out here from some of the pattern paper. Stamped and cut out more of the leaves. Used one of those bows here, and just wrote our names here. More of the leaves that I stamped, and that's the vellum sticker there. The black piece of paper was not in my stash. We were at a crop, my sister and I said, oh, let me have that black piece of paper because I have the perfect layout to create. And so she gave it to me, and I created this one. This is a 2-pager, and these are all family reunion pictures from last year. I stamped this out here and then cut it out in a circle. It says Joy Captured. Added some of the branding strips along here. This is an acetate piece that I had added in an acrylic piece here. Some of those sequined hearts. I used one there. Lots more of the metal flowers and the gold puffy stickers. Washi tape is in behind there. The letter tiles, the gold alpha, the acrylic piece here. So you can see I got a lot used. This is a single page, and it says our matriarch and mom. This is our entire family. Last year, this was shortly after my granddad died in March, and for our branch of the Smith family, my mom is now the matriarch. She is the oldest, and so this is all my grandfather's mothers, my great-grandmothers, her children and their children and grandchildren. This is our heritage. This is cousins, first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousins along through here. I used some of the vellum stickers here. Used a couple of, that's a wood veneer heart. There's a little silver heart I added to that piece there, and then a white foam heart. More of the vellum stickers here, and then this frame with the silver, rather than just leave it the chipboard color, I painted it with ink, or I inked it, I guess I should say, to give me that pink and silver look there. This one is a single layout. This is my uncle and his kids and grandkids, his 2 daughters, and then his 4 grandchildren. There's one, he's actually got 5. There's one who did not come last year, or I didn't get a picture of him up close anyway. Use the foam title here. Use these little orange squares that have been in my stash forever. Use the pennant shapes here. Washi tape here and here. Yeah. Added in a little bit of bling to dot the I and the J. This one is a single page layout, and I used some of the what is that called? The washi tape that was on one of the carriers. I used a piece there, and then I put the other piece down here. Used 3 of those acetate pieces. The title here says I Can Cook, and then I put yay, and then this frame was chipboard color and gold, and I just colored it white. And I added one of the little felt stars here, another puffy sticker here. Same here, a felt heart or a felt star on each of these little shapes, as well as a puffy foam, and then I added a little bling on each one there. This one is a single page. This is Having Fun With You, and this is an image that I stamped out. This is actually a piece that had 4 clipboards on it. It said 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut the top portion here to stick up under the photos and some of the scrap paper to give it, you know, a little extra interest. And anyway, I had cut the center out of that yellow paper to use on a different layout, and so I taped up the back. Used another acetate piece here. Used that circle stamp here with the gold heart. Couple of wood veneer pieces, and used the 1, 2, 3, 4 different fonts. Put XO with the foam, and the foam here. One of those word phrases from that one sheet. And then another one of those faux leather bows. This one is a 2-pager, and it looks like that. This one, instead of the chipboard and silver, I colored this one with a turquoise green to give it that green or that turquoise and silver look. Used the foam white stickers, and you can't see on here, but I actually journaled, but I journaled with a green pen, so a green Sharpie. So I may have to go back and add the names of everyone back, because that's what's on here. Used a lot of the silver stickers here. went ahead and colored this one green as well. Kind of put a white border around this photo of my auntie, because she's my mom's sister. This is her husband, her son-in-law, actually her brother, and then my auntie and uncle and their 2 daughters are here, and this is her granddaughter Danica, my cousin's daughter there. And so you can see just more family, and so I put the border around this photo to indicate that, you know, she's one of my mom's sisters. So this is basically her family. This one is a single photo, and it says a bizarre face. This is my cousin, that Heather, she just was making a very weird face. And you can see I use lots of the arrows here, as well as some of the words, and I use some bling and lots of scraps of paper through here. This piece was actually a piece of scrap paper that I added in to the kit. This one is, and it could actually go with this one. It matches fairly well. It has a lot of the same papers. This one is of my husband and my nephew, my sister's son, and I went through, I actually stamped this down here where it says memories made, and then added this silver frame with some silver words here, added in some washi tape along here, lots of scraps of paper, used some of those epoxy words, more of the arrows, and this is Oh So Happy on Discussing Man Rules. I stamped down here Friends Forever, so giddy about this and what's up, so funny, and hooray. Just they were having a conversation about, you know, their man cards and man rules and those kind of things. It's pretty funny. And so this is the end of the year talent show and award ceremony that my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, from her school, and you can see I use these big tile letters here and the date here, and there's really no way, I didn't bring my Xyron with me, so I couldn't put adhesive on the entire back of these, so I put the glue dots on there. I thought about going back and stapling, but then I thought, no, it's fine. This Y, I actually ran out of Y's in all these gold stickers because there was only one on each carrier sheet, and so I had to cut down an X to give me the Y here. Added in the 2 acrylic frames here with 2 of the leather bows, with 2 of the sequin hearts, and 2 of the gold puffy hearts. This frame started off as gold and chipboard, and I colored it white. Used some of the phrase stickers here, lots of just scrap pieces of paper, and that was a branding strip. I believe this piece and this piece were actually branding strips. But I like how it turned out. Simple. And this one is another double pager, and it says Rainy Day Fun. My heart is filled with sunshine and rainy day fun. This is my middle granddaughter. I have 3 granddaughters, and this is the middle one, Zoe. And so we were having fun. It was pouring rain when we were at my mom's house, and so we were just hanging out with the on the couch, and she just came up and laid on me, and I started twisting and molding her face to a different shape. And so then she started making funny faces at the camera. First I was holding it, and then my husband took the camera and started snapping some photos of us playing together. And so I used one of the wood tags, the faux leather bow here, some of the foam words, wood veneer arrows, wood veneer piece here. That was actually a vellum sticker here. So this piece here was a piece of pattern paper. Then I added the washi tape on top of it here, washi tape here, cut down a scrap of paper here and a scrap of paper here to go behind there. This one is of my youngest granddaughter, Ellie. This was from her second birthday in April of this year, April the 2nd, which is also my youngest son's birthday. So this one was pretty simple. Added in some of the vellum stickers in 3 spots, added a vellum arrow here and a vellum arrow here, the vellum alpha here. I stamped this, the little diamond shapes here. That's a vellum sticker that I wrote the date on, and just layered up on with three backgrounds. The photo, then the gold paper that I had added in, and then the green paper, and then the yellow paper. This was actually a cutout heart that I had added in as a scrap piece to this kit. And then this one is a 2-pager. I used a doily here, lots of scrap piece of paper. This was the only whole sheet of paper that I had left, and this is actually paper that I added in. This white cardstock was not in the kit. It started off as a different design from a pack of paper that I took with me to use the back of, and so I went in here and just added lots of scraps. I have branding strips, I have washi tape, I have scrap papers, I have vellum stickers, I have bling strips. This old piece here, I didn't know if I'd be able to use it, but I ended up using it here. The vellum arrows, lots of washi tape pieces, and then the journaling here. And this was just about my kids. My son Josh, my oldest son, this is his daughter Shawnee and his daughter Ellie, and they were out playing with Zoe, and they were basically painting up the driveway. As you can see, they were having a great time, using a lot of imagination there. So anyway, so that's, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 pages out of the kit that I created for the May 2016 Scrap Your Stash kit. And like I said, it was based on the Alice kit, and the colors were, I've already lost my piece of paper that had the colors on it. Oh my gosh. I'd lose everything if it weren't attached. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and hopefully I will have another kit finished up and be able to post it soon. Alright, see you on the next video. Bye-bye.